Wow. You looking to get something printed? Go get up on my man Al Jarrell at Al Jarrell Custom Apparel, 2337 West Marquette Road in Chicago. That's right off 67th and Western. He does posters, banners, signs, backdrops, canvas prints. Don't forget he got you on the tees. 25 for $200, 50 for $400, 100 for $650. That includes the t-shirts. All other details you need to work out with my man Al Jarrell, you can hit him up at 773-870-5551. That's 773-870-5551. Or you can just buy one of his dope ass shirts at shopaljarrell.com. That's shop Al A-L Jarrell JARRELL.com, man. And tell him Bun Johnson sent you because it's all love, baby. Only for the real radio.
Hey, welcome back to Draztik Speaking.
Wow.
This is Mr. Draztik Bundoza.
Wow.
Only for the real radio.
Wow.
We here to talk about starting from the bottom
And we
working
here.
your way up to the top.
Yeah. Shout out to all of the real started from the bottoms.
Making it to the top. So, before we even get into it, we like, what is starting from the bottom? Me personally, I think it's when you either come from nothing or you pretty much have too much of nothing and you set out a goal and you actually achieve that go, or go past that goal, or, you know, get somewhat into the goal. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel start from the bottom, making it to the top is. And I just want to give awareness to how some people go about it. You know, the trials and tribulations of just starting something up or having nothing, or even just coming up with an idea just to do something, you know. So what is starting from the bottom? Like, I say a great example is LeBron James.
Yeah.
Great example. Great. LeBron James, current day. Kid grew up in Akron, Ohio. No pops, single mom, you know.
Thought.
Came out here, had a goal and a plan to be the best in basketball, stuck to it, and then look at him now. One of the richest men in the world today. Mm-hmm. Famous as one of the famous men.
He one of the richest athletes.
The most paid athlete. Okay, niggas is rich out here.
Rich out here.
Yeah.
I
say some shit on YouTube.
Richest motherfuckers in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I say some shit on YouTube. Fuck around my brother today, man. This nigga John Travolta has a house built like an airport station, and he has like 6 planes.
Jerry Seinfeld collect vintage Ferraris or Benz or something. He got a whole garage downtown in New York full of his cars. Damn. My baby. So them, you know.
That must be the top.
Yeah, that's the
must be the top. But like I was saying, like LeBron James is a great example. You know, didn't pretty much have too much of nothing. Set out a goal to be a great athlete as far as being a basketball player, and see his work ethic and how he approaches the game and stuff like that. And you see why he started from the bottom and he made it to the top. Mm-hmm. You know, because of that great work ethic and dedication to the game, being focused, you know, because I was thinking about it one day, and you really can't find too much bad about LeBron. Just
besides
the silly,
fact that
silly stuff that he does on social media.
And not even that. Like, as much as you don't want to knock his decisions as a basketball player about what he chooses to play and what he chooses to do, you can knock his decisions on, you know, the way he handles certain shit. Because he, you know what I'm saying? Even though he got the
Like, what did you speaking of? Like, handle
the decision? That showed very much immaturity. Because if you just going to go to Miami, go to Miami. In Cleveland this year, if he knew he was going, like, not saying you owe it to nobody, but as a, you know what I'm saying?
But like when you talk about in net terms, bro,
that's immaturity, G.
I mean, but you got to also realize that, like, he's still in the entertainment. That's entertaining.
It is, but at the same time,
so it could have been an entertainment move. So as you can think of his business, did he get more money doing it this way, or would I get more money doing it this way? So I don't know. It's like that's why I wanted to talk about when we did our sports show, the business side of the sports, bro, because that shit dictates a lot of the fucking sport. If they feel like it's more marketable to get money off LeBron being a bad guy, they gonna go to him like, bro, we need you to be the bad guy. You feel me? Like the money then took over a lot of the sports and a lot of the industry, and you know all you gotta do is have that talent and that. And a lot of players is getting just known just off of just silly stuff they doing. Like Alonzo Ball, like he really didn't have a great rookie season last year.
But it wasn't horrible.
But he had a lot of fucking media success, his pops and shit like that. Like he's just a good marketable person. You know what I'm saying? That's based off of market. If you marketable or not, whether you gonna get this bread. You can play ball. Can we market you? You know what I'm saying? Like, can we get more money out of you?
But how you think him starting from the bottom play into, you know what I'm saying, his marketability? Like,
I mean, that's just seeing the business side of things, taking control, because he's his own businessman. He on his own soccer thing, agents. You know what I'm saying? He getting other players into the game and stuff like that. That's like starting from the bottom, bro. Now you like a good businessman in here. You know what I'm saying?
But it was in the
your
off his name alone. You know what I'm saying? Had he not pimped himself that way, it'd have been done because LeBron.
But think about how many other stars that's been in that same position. Have they done the same thing? You know, they start from the bottom. They made it to the top too because they succeeded. They go. Like I said, that's still one of the points I wanted to make. Like starting from the bottom, making it to the top is different levels to this shit. But like I was giving LeBron as an example, but you gotta look all around the game, his table, like the social media, the business aspect, the athlete aspect. Like he really figured out what was going on and took advantage of the shit.
But another question I got for you: does it make you any less like celebrated if you didn't start from the bottom? Because like, not in my own defense, I had to think about it a lot. Like, hell yeah, I grew up without a daddy. Yeah, I was rather poor. But I wasn't really at the bottom. Like, I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood, basically. I went to private school for the first, 5-6 years of my life.
Okay, so, I mean, you could take we just taking his life as a start from the bottom and to make it to the top. Let's take it, like, you started only for the real.
Yeah, that's from the bottom here, yeah.
You know
but at the same time, did I start from the bottom? Because an advantage I had, and I see it a lot more as we, you know what I'm saying, mature, is that not having to go to public school and, being taught to socialize different, you know what I'm saying? I thought everybody just thought about doing creative shit and taking it by the horn. So I don't know. I as much as I would love to lay claim to starting from the bottom. G, I can't.
I see it more as a point of, you know what I'm saying, nothing. What was only for the real?
I'm saying, but starting from the bottom,
it was just some words. You know, you didn't change this into you can monopolize off this. You have monopolized off this. So you done started something that had no value and made it value. That's from nothing to something. Start from the bottom, making it to the top. But literally something that has like.
But you know the respected definition of starting from the bottom. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You had no tools. You was in this bitch. You in a hut, 2 sticks, and you built something. I really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really had that. No, that's never been my issue. Like, I always had a motherfucker on the side of me saying, yeah, you can do it. You can get it. You just dumb as hell. Why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that?
But this is something that this was an innate idea that they was making you do.
No.
You know what I'm
Can nobody make you do nothing?
Right. Because then they would have started from the bottom, made it to the top, and they would have made it to the top off your back. Because they telling you to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So the main thing is about starting from the bottom is like nothing. Like you started only for the real from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now it's now you can monopolize off of it if that was your main agenda for only for the real. You networking with people. You have the great podcast going on. Like it's only for the real. So many different things, and we're starting off. Remember, I've been with you for a while. Starting off doing interviews and shooting videos. You know what I'm saying? So just think about only for real being nothing, but you playing with it on the emails and stuff when you first started out, or just putting it on the back screen. To now, you got us wearing only for the real shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like people know you was a host today at a beatbox. You think you would have got that only for the real? Wasn't nothing?
Man, I got that off a nigga knowing a nigga, man.
You know what I'm saying? But they was calling you only for the real in there. They wasn't calling you Bundoza. They wasn't calling you your government.
You call me Bundoza once you get the stroke on folks.
They weren't calling you, your government name. You know what I'm saying? They was calling you only for the real. So you started something. You know what I'm saying? And you progressing. You know what I'm saying? You might not feel you made it to the top, but you made it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm better than I was yesterday.
You working on something, and eventually you will be at the top, and you're gonna feel like that. All you gotta do is stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Keep your drive and your love for it, and be Bundoza. You know, but that's like starting from the bottom, having nothing and making it something. You know what I'm saying? Like we go on. We then went from the entertaining side, so I guess we kind of bring it towards, a little bit closer to us, because I got a couple of family members and friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, they pretty much, started with nothing and made themselves into something. You know what I'm saying? Recognize, first my little sister, you know what I'm saying, Lakeisha Brown.
Shout out.
You feel me? Growing up in Auburn, Gresham, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta keep you pipe.
Graduated from high school, went on to college, graduated from college. Now she's in the Navy working as a registered nurse, So she started from pretty much nothing and you know what I'm saying, had a goal for herself and at an early age and saw it out. So this is like some of the things we want to get into as far as like starting from the bottom, like the emotions and the steps and the things you go through from when you trying to achieve something, because when you start from the bottom, it's starting from the bottom. You're starting on something. What are you starting on? So first you gotta have a fucking goal. When you get your goal, then you gotta start making steps towards working on your goal. You know what I'm saying? So start from the bottom. First you gotta get you a goal. Once you get the goal set and plan, and you start to see other things come about, which you might be interested in, which you might not be interested in. But the main thing is you have to stay consistent in what you're doing, unless you will never see the ending project. So the main thing is from starting from the bottom is you have a goal. So you really have to sit down and think to yourself what it is I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like with Bundoza, only for the real. He had to sit down and think what it is he want to do. Even though he didn't change it up, you can speak upon a lot of times of trying to start something up, how sometimes your first idea might not be the greatest idea. Like you go constantly run through different bumps and
that's what makes success though, because if you got it in your head and you vigilant about the way you have it in your head drawn up that it's going to work, then you gonna fail, because it's not gonna work exactly how you. Life ain't gonna. When I graduated high school, I had a whole plan for myself, and the one thing I've learned from those years, the years that passed, is you can have a plan. You know what I'm saying? But it's always gonna be variables that make you have to change the plan. It's up to you whether or not you know what I'm saying, respond negatively, positively to the pressure.
That's
Hold on, your shit just slipped.
So that's like the biggest thing is really staying consistent when you trying to accomplish your goal, and like I was saying before, you can pretty much shine in on this a lot just off of building with only for the real. Like I was saying before, like sometimes your first goal, your first plan, or whatever you have to set towards this goal, it might not work. It might throw a curve at you. Don't get discouraged. Sit back, reanalyze, and take a different approach. You know what I'm saying? There's always numerous approach. Don't lock your brain up and get it to think that this was the only way. Start from the bottom is very hard because you're gonna go through some real tough moments, different feelings. And sometimes when people go through these moments, go through these feelings, they break. Emotionally, sometimes physically, if you have to work 2 jobs at a time, even if you have to put off the big goal for a little amount of time to get other things set in play, it's a lot of things that go into it, a lot of managing, a lot of planning, and you got to really be on top of your goal, and really make those good decisions when you plan on these goals, because consistency and focus is like the biggest thing that people have problems with when they trying to set out or accomplish a goal. You know, any little thing takes you off track, you know, because this is not what you planned. This is not how you thought it was going to be. And a lot of people get that naive thinking of themselves when they just think something is supposed to go a certain way. Nothing goes the way it ever plans. Nothing, it doesn't. You just have to be prepared for those different curves. So, like, people think starting from the bottom is very easy, or you can just, like Bundoza was saying, you can just not start from the bottom and work your way up to the top. Only people I know like that is people with the silver spoons in their mouth, rich as hell, and they really don't have to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but people out here, yeah, I mean, sometimes even when you rich, you know, they still make more money. How do they make more money? You know what I'm saying? Like, they have to set out some type of plan and go and achieve those plans and goals. So they started from rich and got themselves richer. You know what I'm saying? So started from rich, they made myself richer. You feel me? So we gotta go through these. We gotta go through these steps.
So if I started rich and I made myself richer, did I start from the bottom?
Nah, you
I'm
start.
saying if I'm in a whole other tax bracket and shit, did I technically start from the bottom?
I mean, from his level.
Yeah.
From
So
his level,
damn. So these
levels.
levels.
I said
One thing we
levels.
is learning is the levels.
There's always levels to everything, man. So I mean, just because you could accomplish one goal, that don't mean you can't set another one and accomplish that one too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
you have to keep it moving. You know, I feel like the only reason why you shouldn't be able to do something because you physically or mentally can't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can physically and mentally do this shit, do this as long as you can. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So like I say, starting from the bottom is different levels to it. Like we said before, like he was trying to not certain things you can see as starting from the bottom, and certain things you can't see as starting from the bottom. But like I say, my opinion of starting from the bottom is having a plan, setting it out, seeing it through, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Creating something from nothing. That's starting from the bottom, making it to the top. You know what I'm saying? So another thing you probably want to get into, like I was saying about the feelings and the emotions behind, you know, trying to accomplish these goals and make yourself better is like I was saying before, is the consistency part. Going a little bit more deeper into that, consistency goes hand in hand with being focused. You know, if you're not really focused, you're not going to be that consistent. You know, so you have to be focused. You have to keep yourself active in what you're doing. Continuously make goals and plans towards what you're trying to do. I was listening to Dame Dash, and he has a nice little self-motivation thing and a business mindset thing going on YouTube. I forgot the name. What's called? Dame Studio. Dame Dash Studios. Y'all can check it out on YouTube. It's pretty inspiring, and he really get you focused and locked in. And he be like, damn, this simple stuff work. Yeah, simple stuff work. You know, writing this shit down. You know, little stuff like that. Writing this shit down, rehearsing shit, all that type of shit. That helps you try to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you lose focus because you forget what you be doing for things at times. Writing the shit down every day, you remember every day, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it. And it kind of helps self-motivate you to push through your day. And also got to remember, some of the things you do is not for the rest of your life. You're only doing it to help you get to the next step, get through the next door. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be willing, because a lot of people get comfortable and get stagnant and don't want to take those next step because this is comfortable, this is okay with me. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why people don't go as far as they supposed to. You know, like we talking about starting from the bottom, making it to the top. Sometimes you can get stagnant and you stay at one level, and everybody around you and something in you is telling you yourself that, hey, I can do better than this. I can, but I'm comfortable doing this. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to walk through those next doors and make yourself uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always the more times you gonna come through, it's better for you because you learning more. You're not doing the same thing. You're not getting trapped in a circle. You're not working a dead end job and none of that type of stuff because your brain is constantly thinking and you're constantly moving towards what's best for you. So don't ever be afraid to take on any challenges or
challengers.
You know, even though you might not be fit for some of these jobs and these parts, if you present yourself well enough, people will work with you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not really about what you know. You know what I'm saying? It's about presentation and who you know sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
You know what is crazy? You said that. I was sitting there thinking the other day, and I was listening to something Dame had said, and he was like, I don't even think it was Dame or somebody else, and he was like, we don't invest. Or it might have been him. People don't invest in businesses. They invest in people. And one thing I was thinking about the other day, I'm like, damn. So it just had me thinking about this only for the real shit. It had me thinking about it as a person. Like, I got to be a pretty decent person. I've been in some positions where I didn't get paid or tipped or, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't even do the shit right. I didn't know what I was doing. I fucked up something. And I left a lot of situations and the person was feeling even better. Just that, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, dude don't even make me feel like I done took out a motherfucker whole wall. And when I left, she was cool with it. She didn't even call and put in no complaint because she was just going through so much in her life. And then I sat there and I'm like, you know, I'm just going crazy trying to show her that I'm sorry because I know what it was for me. Like
it was the effort. You know what I'm saying? You didn't give her that. I don't give a fuck that I just did this and, you know, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gave her just, and that's all people want to see. You give some type of effort. You know what I'm saying? Because I had I gotta say a similar situation, but you know what I'm saying? I work at a warehouse and work with truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? And we keep leave. We leave at 2:30. We can't control. We can't stay over because you say stay over. You know what I'm saying? When 2:30 hit, we gotta clock out. They'll say something to us if we don't clock out at 2:30. You know what I'm saying? They'll come ask us like, what was you doing? Why was you hanging around? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, all this other type of stuff. So people don't want to be hassled when they go to work. So we do what you're supposed to do. So it's been the last couple of times that he come in late, and it's past 2:30. We gone. We can't. He got to sit there an hour and a half. I know you a truck driver. This your money time, your money, and this and that. I looked out for him. I found some type of solution for him. I'm like, hey, they say that you come late, you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? But these are your options. You know what I'm saying? She gave me her number. She said you can have her number. Call her. She'll try to call around and find somebody to do the shit. Me personally, don't tell nobody I told you this. You can go to the front, ring the doorbell, make one of them supervisors come out here and do that shit. Tell their ass you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him options. I just didn't leave him with no information because I could have been like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, she said you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? I could have been a straight asshole and be like, hey, she said you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? But me knowing that, hey, his time is precious. You know what I'm saying? He kind of expressed it to me, told me, hey, I'm doing this like some sad stuff for me, bro. I was late for my other job, so woo. So, you know, I looked out, I gave him options, you know what I'm saying? So, when you going through stuff like that, like, you got to give yourself options. You got to be open, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Like, it's real tough to stay focused out here.
It is, but not when you really want something. Because if you really want something, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why so many people able to really start from the bottom. Because it's the one, is you having this.
But take this opinion, though. You starting from the bottom and you staying focused. Don't you think you rub people the wrong way?
Yeah, but that's one thing about starting from the bottom, bro. As you progress in what you believe and what you want to do, G, yo, how can I say this? Your vigor in trying to achieve that increases. You're not gonna let what somebody else opinion of it is, whether their misinformation about what you're doing, their disdainful, you know what I'm saying, you branching and what you trying to do, hold you back. If you do, that's what make niggas, it's a lot of niggas who I know as rappers, where they was letting the times dictate to them. Not, you know what I'm saying, they not artists. So they, you know what I'm saying, when times got tough or they homie wasn't doing this and doing that, they just fell back from doing music. And that's what makes people, that's what make you great. That's what, start from the bottom. That's how you can be, how can I say this shit, added to that list. Because everybody got a dream. Everybody got something they sit there and bullshit around with all day.
Yeah.
But it's only a small fraction of motherfuckers that actually take that idea out their head and be like, man, ooh, like not to knock my OG, but she one of them type of people where she brilliant as hell. She got a million ideas, but she not gonna move with them because she gonna always worry about what's gonna fail. Now, I'm not that type of person where I will think about what's gonna fail, but I'm gonna fail trying.
It's always best to fail trying than to not
worried
try
about
at all.
how you gonna feel,
or to not try at all. You know what I'm saying? You know, at least when you fail and try, hey, guess what? You can do it again. Guess what? You did it before now. Yeah. Now you know what's going on.
You the master.
Now you gonna fuck up again. Guess what? You did it twice now. Now you finna become experienced. Now you know what I'm saying? Now, yeah. So it's like when you stop yourself from doing things, you really hurting yourself. You might as well just go through the motions. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody think they can skip steps. Like you say, really, like, I'm glad we're talking, you know, we're being open about it because you say, hey, what if you start right here? People that start right here don't have great success. They really don't even get to the top because they forget the base process. You know what I'm saying? The hard work it takes for that. They don't understand the beginning process. So the failing part is your beginning process of your goal. If you want to take it and look at it like that, you know what I'm saying? You have to go through it a couple of times to even know what you getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just had great guidance, you know, and people, and like I say, like this show is an awareness show. So want people to be aware of a lot of things that's going on around them. And I come from the hood, poverty, you know what I'm saying? Grew up a certain type of way. And this why I kind of go about these topics these type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion, my outlook on it.
Bro, you don't let any old body just cut your hair. You want the best. So Bundoza trying to get you to subscribe to the best. My man Craig Walker, Cuts by Craig on Instagram. That's CUTZBYCRAIG_. And he's located in Dixmoor, 14513 Western Avenue. My boy got it on the cuts. Whether you want tapers, you got bald headed, your receding, he gonna lace you, my boy. And you can get in tune with him walking in. Best way nowadays, download the Classic Styles app. It's available in the Google Play and the App Store. So however you do it, you need to get in tune with Craig Walker. No need to walk around with that fucked up face no more. My boy got you. Only for the real everything.